I've been trying to hold off on this open letter that I didn't have for about 3 months or so. I mean, everything that's kind of written on here has been on my heart for the past 5 years, and I'm just going to express it to y'all because I'm just sick of the shit I see online nowadays and even in person. So, like I said, this is my open letter. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to y'all because some of y'all need to hear this shit. I'm done waiting for people for things. I'm done for people who want to wait for things to be perfect before they start making any changes. They want to make sure their credit is perfect. They want to make sure they're not in debt. They want to make sure their relationships are great before they start making any changes. No, fuck that. Start making the changes now. What are you waiting on? As we can see already, God have called a lot of great tone. Some of us feel that they may have took them earlier. I feel a little different than that. That's why I believe we should live in our mission as we speak. We shouldn't wait until things are perfect in line before we start taking initiative on what we are here for. That shit just not gonna happen to me. I'm not waiting on nothing. I'm speaking it before it happened. I'm telling you how I feel now. So that case anything do happen to me, we already know how I feel. It won't be no second guessing. It won't be no doubts on, what this person tried to accomplish. You already know what it is. This video will outlive me. My mission in life will outlive me. I feel like I already made history with Fit Better Fast. It will outlive me. I already conquered some of the fears that was some challenging for me in my life. I'm still not done. That's still going to continue. I already made changes in people's lives already. Maybe not on the great schemes of things, but on a level that I feel that I accomplished. It's not about what other people may think. It's about what I do as far as helping people. It's not about being glorified on a higher level as far as all these other people. It's just what my mission is. Everybody have their own individual mission on what their purpose is. Don't wait until... Yes, so that's another one. Don't wait until I'm gone to tell me I'm a good person or a bad person. And what I mean by that is I've just seen a lot lately where people are just posting about everybody that passed away and just reminiscing on, what that person was like and how they missed them so much. And my thing is, why didn't you take advantage of the time when the person was here? What the fuck was you doing when they was here? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm telling y'all now, I want to make sure this is very clear. I'm telling you right now, I don't give a fuck about none of the shit you post when I'm gone. That shit don't mean nothing. Posting that shit or reminiscing, having parties every year around my birthday time, that shit don't mean nothing to me. I'm not going to see that shit. So I don't understand why we do that. Why are we getting together, celebrating every time somebody died? It's done. It's over. So I'm telling you now, all that posting and shit about, man, I remember we used to do all that in third. What about now? I'm here right now. And this is not just for me. This is for anybody. This is for everybody that, we keep procrastinating about the people that are here. We acting like we got all the time in the world. What the fuck are we doing? I don't understand. Like, y'all need to wake the fuck up. And otherwise, there's plenty of room out here for y'all and me. So let's get on our shit and get on our mission. Let's make some changes. I ain't talking about it got to be on no global level, just a small change. It don't matter if you're just getting up early, changing your diet. It could be simple shit. But that simple shit could be big to you. You determine what it is. So like I said, all that posting and shit, I can't read. I'm not going to be in heaven reading your post like, damn, that was a good one right there. Damn, I remember that one back in the days. That's not gonna be happening. I don't understand why we do that. Like, I understand that people doing it to show some condolence to the family members and everything like that. But posting that shit and going back and forth about, the times you had with the person and getting all emotional about it. I'm not against it, but I'm just saying, you have the time now to call them people, pick them up, whatever the case may be, send them a text. And it's not even about them replying back. It's about you doing your part and not living with that guilt and making a difference in your life. So, let's see what else. Yeah. Another thing, like I said, we need to start repairing relationships. Like, if that shit ain't like life-threatening or anything like that, repair those relationships with your family members and your friends. Repair that shit. What the fuck are y'all doing? I don't understand. We acting like we got all the fucking time in the world. We don't. People die every day, every minute. What the fuck are we sitting around for? A lot of us are just, we still, like, we get up in the morning, but the snooze button is still on through the whole goddamn day. We're still snoozing around, you know, and just not taking advantage of anything. We're waiting on the world to determine when we should do something. You let the news determine your mood. You let the weather determine your mood. Fuck that. You determine your mood. You have to work on the inner. And then you can be able to help others. So I know sometimes I get people say, oh, you're just cocky, you know, you confident and all that stuff. But it's just because of, my energy is very vibrant. So when other people come around, it's not my fault. It's just because we're so caught up in everybody else's life and, you know, and comparing everything. We should be focusing on our own life and getting that shit together. What else? Yeah, so just stop bullshitting with your life. That's the key thing. Stop bullshitting with your life. You just taking the shit for granted. Like, my thing is, what is your whole purpose if you're not making a difference in anyone's life, right? If you're not making a difference in your life, what is your fucking purpose? Like, what do you even, like, what's your purpose? Like, you're just taking up space at this point. You know, or you should be helping the person that leader, or whoever that person may be that's in your corner, or your friend, or your mother, helping them get to their goal so they can help everybody. I understand now that we're dealing with, as a community, us, we're dealing with some internal shit, you know, from years and years and years ago that we're still trying to deal with to this day. But we have to want to fix ourselves. It feels so much better when we fix ourselves and we can help others, and we're not, you know, our conscience is not eating us alive. You know, like, my soul, it feels so good, so good. It makes me want to cry sometimes. It feels so good inside. Like, I already feel rich. Like, internally, like, my soul is rich. That's why some people may think, like, I'm boasting, or like, you know, I walk with an attitude, or I dress a certain way, because I feel like that. I like to dress how I feel. And I feel like everybody should do that. Your thoughts and the way you carry yourself is a reflection of yourself. What you think is who you are. You got to change the way you think. That's why you got to start internal. It's just not going to happen overnight. It's like breaking any habits. You gotta take baby steps. Some people can go cold turkey. Some people need to take baby steps. Some people need to have some examples. Everyone is different. What else I got on here? Yeah, another thing is, we should start telling people, you know, that they're amazing. Like, if they're really amazing, if they're good at something, congratulate them on the simplest stuff. We need to start doing that more. You know, telling people they're beautiful, you know, have a great day, thank you, you're welcome. We need to start putting good energy back into the air. Like, stop wasting time. Like, I can't stand that shit. So, another thing. We have to, let me ask y'all a question, right? If God came to you and just said, hey, you got 24 hours to live, you know, how many of us would change our daily routine? What would we possibly do different? You know? So just think about that for a second. If God just came and tapped you on the shoulder and said, hey, you, sir, ma'am, you got 24 hours to live. And he just left. Didn't give you an explanation or nothing, just say you got 24 hours to live. What are you going to probably do different? Are you going to change anything? Are you going to do anything different? Now, the people that say they're not going to do anything different, most likely they're either living in their truth, you know, they live in their mission, or they just don't give a fuck. The other half are gonna just fucking freak out and try to figure out who they need to call, go to places they want to go, do whatever they want to do that they would do if they looked at that, if their perspective was that way. And a lot of us don't have that perspective, and that's what I want us to understand. Like if I don't leave anything on this earth before I go, that's one thing I want to make sure I'm very clear of. If you had 24 hours left, who would you call? Who would you text? What would you change? Now, with me, I'm living my truth. This is what I am. I'm here to motivate and help others. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying we got to be perfect. What I'm trying to say is, once you live in your truth and you figured it out, whenever it's time to go, it's just time to go. I'm not going to second guess it. I'm not going to be like, damn, you know, I don't want nobody to feel like it took me early. Like, if it was time for me, it was time for me to go, because I'm living in my truth. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing now. I'm not waiting around. I'm not waiting on nobody. I'm doing it now. And that's how you want to be. You want to do what your mission is, what your purpose is now. So, one thing I want everybody to be very clear of, I'm changing the narrative. I don't want it. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna be here to tell y'all that. But don't be putting shit out like, oh, he took them early, you know, and you know, why now? You know, they're taking everybody. No, I live my mission. I did my job. If he took me, that was time for me to go. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing now. There's no regrets. I'm doing it now. So when I leave, this is the narrative y'all need to have. I'm telling you before it happened. That's how I'm ahead of the game of this shit. I'm telling y'all before it happened, this is what y'all need to be saying. Y'all need to be saying that, well, you know, hey, he did what he had to do when he was here, you know, and now God is taking him home. You know, his mission is done. He had whatever God had planned for me, my mission is done when it's time to go. So there's no regret. I'm not sleeping at night wondering, like, if I had more time. No, I'm going to do it now. I'm not waiting around. So that's the narrative that I want to change for y'all. It's not going to be, oh, he took him early. Why him? You know, none of that. I'm living in my truth now. I'm doing my mission right now. So when I go, the thing is going to be, well, hey, God took him. It's time for him. That's the mission that it's going to be. It's not going to be took him early or whatever, however it happens. Car accident, plane accident, whatever the case may be. In my sleep, I'm just saying that there's no more living in fear. If you live in your truth, though, you got to be living in your. I'm gonna wrap this up. The last thing I want to say is, if you're living in your truth,
you're not living